Don't see what's going on? But I'm a bad guy. You guys in the dark zone now. I mean the underworld. They really took control. Everybody's part of the code. They throw it up right in front of your face, but you don't even know. Or you act like it's a game, yeah, for sure. Or the old Buddha thing, yeah, we know. I mean, it's right in the open. I'm surprised your brain's not smoking. I mean, kind of dead. Mandela, it ain't affecting you yet. You don't see all the information you've been collecting is slowly being defected. Things are going on. I mean, heterosexual. So they've been touching the kids all along. That's what you're telling me. This is not a rhyme at all. This is a PSA. I mean, I'm just saying. Welcome to reality. This is what you're gonna see. Straight murderers. Devil worshippers. This is what you want. Just not listen to what's important. It's okay though. Keep playing your game while they keep taking your brain farther and farther away from your father. Now you're going to theirs, under stairs, you know, darker and darker, to the places that I don't know if you're ready to embark on. But hey, keep not listening, man. Keep not paying attention, man. Keep doing what you're doing. See, there's a reason I brought that song back. And peace and love, everybody. There's a reason I brought that song back and had to put it on my page. Because, and to let you know, that song is from 2018. It had a lot of good points in it. And a lot of that energy you can see being played out right now. I'm not saying that like I prophesized today or the moments. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when I talk about, you know, them taking your brain farther and farther away from your father, now you're going to theirs. What I'm referencing is energy. Because remember, I don't believe in a spook man. So I'm talking about energy. I'm talking about things going down right here, right now on Earth. Clearly, I'm trying to say you're of righteous intent. Your original purpose is not to be dastardly, wrong, evil. But when you guys are, you know, calling people that aren't white supremacists, you're not understanding the flaws in him being public school programmed, you know, taught. Just like the flaws in a lot of y'all when it comes to the slave story and all that, because you've been public school program taught. So, you know, you're unconsciously going into the negative house. You're going into the wickedness. You are not even realizing that you're doing it, thinking that you're making a point, but you've been wrong on a lot of things. And you were wrong on the whole Kirk thing too. So it's like it's adding to your score with their father under the stairs, you know, darker and darker. It's like that's what it's doing. A mistake is one thing, but when you're blatantly not getting the message, you're purposely like rejecting the knowledge, that's when you're going under the stairs, you know. So I say that to say this. Let's talk about usury. Let's talk about it.
Any interest rate is called usury. Any interest rate is called usury. Usury is illegal. So in Christian nations, lending money for an interest rate was illegal. So because it was illegal for the Christians, who did the lending? The Jews. So there was Christians who could lend for 0% or didn't lend at all. And then these people called the Jews would come over and start lending money. They would start charging money. And in a couple generations, guess what would happen to the economy? The Jews owned everything. And then guess what the king did? Rounded them up and threw them out of the country. Then they go to the next country, and what would they do? Same thing. And what would that king do? Round them up, kick them out of the country. This went on for thousands of years. This is why the Jews in history have had no country, because the king would have, they would say no usury, no money lending, and they would start the money lending, they would start the central bank to compete with the king would kick them out. They go to the next country, do it again. So this has happened over and over and over again, because this quote right here from Napoleon, he would show the compound interest tables, and he said in a very short amount of time, compound interest would eat up every piece of property in France. In fact, I'm going to show you how powerful compound interest is. Very scary thing. And there's a reason why it was illegal. Illegal in the Christian nations and the Christian philosophy, because it would literally enslave people. Guys, that interest on credit cards enslave people today. Does student loans enslave people today? We no longer have forced slavery. We have debt slavery now. It is no longer forced slavery. There's not a massa with a whip whipping you anymore to pick cotton or something like that, or build wallets or whatever you're doing, build boats, all sorts of slavery. We now have debt slavery, where somebody prints money and you now have to pay the money back plus interest. Okay, so Pareto's principle. In Italy, an economist named Pareto noticed that 80% of the land was owned by 20% of the families. The start of modern banking was in Italy. You had the Jewish population there, and they would exchange gold for notes. And in Italy, you had the Pareto principle, where 80% of the land was owned by 20% of the people. Who's heard of the 80-20 rule before? That's from Italy. And I want you to write this formula down. Time times compound interest equals power. And today, when you guys are investing in your game, we're going to be doing 30 years of investing over 3 days. So you got lots of time, and you have compounding numbers. So when you compound numbers over time, that becomes extremely powerful.
I want to take a minute and talk.
Okay. Hold on. Okay. So you guys just heard what usury is, and you guys see how it is illegal in a Christian nation. Okay. America is a Christian nation. So, it's supposed to be going under Christian doctrine. So it is technically illegal in Christian doctrine to have insurance, car insurance, life insurance, all of that stuff. All that stuff is illegal. Now, here's the thing that I want you guys to realize, because, everybody talks about the Jews and, the banking and all that. Okay, so I looked up when did, banking in America begin. That was in 1782. But see, that's all America. That's all America. So then I asked a different question. I asked, when did the world banking in America begin? It says 1944. Okay, anybody who remembers my George Bush Sr. video, you know that when it comes to, the Bushes, Herbert Walker Bush, and them marrying into the Jews, you know that the Jews helped fund the Nazis in the World War. Don't believe me? Just watch the video again. So I'm like, okay, so it starts in 1944. Okay, the war hasn't ended yet. But remember, we already know that there's some Jews in America that are funding the war. They got money, and it's banking. The Bushes are included. Okay, so that's around the late 30s, early 40s. Okay, 1944. So then I asked, when did modern Israel become a nation? It says 1948. I'd say a good 5 years of hustle and bustle makes perfect sense for them to have the pool to be able to make this nation. It makes sense. And since we know they're into usury, it makes perfect sense on how they insured it. This is something they've been doing. They got kicked out of 109 nations for a reason. So I'm saying that because, and it's cool, what I'm saying? I could show my face. I mean, it's not like these fucking bitch ass motherfuckers don't know who the fuck I am. But this is one of them videos where it's like, nah, let's just listen. Because I don't want them to fuck the video up. So let's just listen. With everything that's going around right now, it's still leading back to the same. It's still leading back to the same bagel nose motherfucker. I'm gonna call it how it is. It hasn't changed. It just seems like more in this time, more people are pushing it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, they have to have these niggas on contract. Like these motherfuckers have to really sold their soul to the devil, because y'all gotta understand something. When people say the Jews killed Christ, that's actually incorrect. The Jews killed Jesus. You can't kill Christ. Christ is an energy that came to Jesus of Nazareth. So what's speaking to us in Revelation is not Jesus, it's Christ. Christ is the one telling us these people are going to claim they are of me, but they are not. They're from the synagogue of Satan. Why? Because the energy that has taken over Jesus of Nazareth it's Christ. So this is why he's saying, I do all this through my Father, but you can't get to the Father without going through me. Why? Because he's not really talking about him in the flesh. He's talking about what was ordainedly placed within him, which is Christ. That's the light. When God says, let there be light, that's Christ. That's when Christ is born, because Christ is light. Christ is the way. Christ is information. How do you see through the world? Through the light, which is the sun. What do they call him? The Son of God. The Son of Man. It's the same thing. It's science. Just like these people in the bank end and the children trafficking and sacrifice and so on and so on. Aren't they doing it right here? Are they doing a bunch of the chicken bone stuff that black people be doing? And then they be like, oh, well, they drink the blood of Jesus. Why are you following this goofy motherfucker? Why are you following the fake ritual when in the background they're really killing the kids? They're really sacrificing them. They're really molesting them. They're really brainwashing you guys with the entertainment and Hollywood and the music and the media. It's like, bro, they're really doing it. You know what I mean? Like, being on this page, you actually waking up to real history. You be sitting there your whole life just believing BS, just hogwash. And it's like, it's not real. They made all this up. Just like, they had to create Israel. Israel ain't never been here. Motherfuckers like, oh, it's in the Bible. Bitch, you can't make that shit true. You can't make it true. You know what I'm saying? Even all they deities is like not even from there. It's like, bro, Moses ain't from no damn Israel. No, he's not. He's from Egypt. They be like, oh, how you that? Man, we don't know where that woman had that baby at. I know it was a newborn. He's in the desert. Nobody knows where the hell they was at. He's just somewhere in the desert. It's like, okay, who's the land that he can claim to hold? That gave him the throne, that gave him a name. It's like, I don't even know if he like, let's be honest. Like, that's how you know they stole that story from Egypt, because it wasn't even a Hebrew who named him. The Pharaoh's sister finds him. She finds him in the little river or whatever. She's the one who named him. He didn't have no fucking name. It's not, oh yeah, he came with a sign and said, oh, his name is Moses. And then they would just keep the name. They'd be like, motherfucker, you just let this kid go to die. Motherfucker, I don't want nothing to do with what your ideas are, period. They would have came up with their own name. But that's why they say Tutmosis and all that different stuff, because it's like, it kind of has to come from Egypt because he's a baby. He don't have no name. The sister named him. I say all that to say this. You learn from the teachings, but it doesn't mean that you float in the air. It doesn't mean that you don't know this one time on earth somebody told you about this group. And then you see all the add-ups and the shit that they do. I got countless of videos of these jokers, man, saying some foul shit. Then you got the Talmud. It's like, then you got the Christ fucking message. It's like, bro, what do you want? Usury. This is in law. Christians aren't even supposed to do this shit. You're not even supposed to be doing insurance. None of that. None of it. And then all Christians are supposed to be zeroed down. There's not supposed to be any tax on the Christian. Shit, sound like the Indians is the real Christian. No tax. Indians not tax. It's like, why would they do that? Why was that even there? Some deep stuff, man. Some deep stuff, man. I'm just letting y'all know, though, like, word to mother. The Charlie Kirk thing eye-opened me to a few things. It let me know that, I've been said this, but it let me know that black ignorance and white ignorance is both part of the same coin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like, oh yeah, because smart people. No, I'm not saying like, I'm talking about wicked ignorant. I'm not talking about dumb ignorant. No. Murdering motherfuckers, doing conniving, grimy things. This shit, they're together. They're together. One can play racist. One can claim that they're not racist and play thug, but they're both doing the same inhumane acts. Say it like that. That has to be of the devil. You're in the devil's energy. Okay. Both of these motherfuckers lost in the tabloids, lost in public school program history. They don't research. They know they don't research. They get stuck in the same paradigms. These people are clearly slaves of the devil. That's why they don't have any free thought. They can't think. The Lord literally gives you free will. And people are like, I don't believe it. I'm not saying believe in anything. I'm saying go with what the fucking message is telling you. Even this great almighty Lord, it still gives you, it still values the brain that it gave you enough to let you use it. You know what I'm saying? So it gives you free will. So why are these people so stuck on something? They've already admitted all MAGA is not the same thought process. We're not all just like zombies to Trump. We know he's a mortal man. He can make mistakes. Like nobody's worried about all that. But some people are lost. Just like on the other side, some people, it don't matter what they do wrong. You don't see nothing good coming from them, but they still zombied in. These are people that are of the devil. That's why you have no free thought. That's why you can't see. There's something else people have told me before, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a Bible thumper and I'm not a Christian. I tell people all the time, I walk in this. I don't need to be indoctrinated with how to be. I don't. I was born with this. You know what I'm saying? I really was. I know how to treat fellow man, fellow lady, fellow child. It's like I was born with this. I don't need to be indoctrinated. But I do remember someone speaking on, you know, God will let you like be in your own ignorance. Like if you truthfully do not want the light, he'll let you dwell in your own ignorance. And that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. How do you, you know, like figure out from a mistake? You have to go through the mistake. You have to go through it. So it's like these people can go through a million mistakes and never get out because there's no more like shimmer coming to them. There's no more fucking shooting star coming around. Like none of that's coming to them anymore. They're just dead. That's what you want. There was this other thing I watched where this dude, he got this, I think it was the dude who played Superman on Lois and Clark, but he's like, it's whatever movie. He's talking to this, I think she was blind. Or she had scoliosis, something, whatever. She had like some real effed up shit. And he's like, here you are, this old lady, you've been faithful your whole life, believing in God, and look at you. You all, you know, messed up. I've never believed in God ever, and I'm a successful, you know, whatever. He had a nice suit on, all that. And the lady turned to him and said, sometimes, you know, the devil wants you so bad that it will give you everything to make you think that you got it. Like you good. Everything you're doing is right because you have all this material around you. But that's why the devil's doing it, because God loves you that much that he know you could do great works. So instead, he'll let you saturate in your own ignorance. The devil will, because the devil works for God. It's temptation. I always tell people, I feel that if the story is real, at the end of the day, you're going to see three people on the same side. You're going to see God, Christ, and the devil standing right next to each other. Because remember, it's judgment day for you. We're going to all lock up the beast. We are locking up the beast. You. Remember, the devil works for us.
How can I get you to do right if I don't challenge you? If I don't give you the negative to reject, then what the hell is the point of this? Like, this doesn't make any sense. So that's why I'm telling people that at the end of the day, the devil worked for God. That's why when the devil pops up around God and the angels, God don't seem surprised. The angels are, but God like, oh, devil, what are you doing here? He didn't say like, oh shit, the devil's here. Oh my God. No, he's like, Satan, what you doing here? Like, I'm omnipotent. I know everything. So God knew that the devil was coming. The angels didn't. Why? Because they're not all knowing. But he know why? Because he sent him. He put him there for you. So when it is at the end and you get the bullet to the face or, ran over by a car or whatever situation, okay, that's the wrath of God. You can't blame the devil for that. No, the devil led you to the crash. The devil led you to the shot. That's what he does. He's temptation. He's leading you there to meet who? The big guy. That's who's right there. Nigga, didn't I fucking tell you not to follow him? Gone. That's what happens. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? There is no, like even Charlie Kirk. His fate was that. Why? Because he put himself out there. Doesn't mean he was doing something wrong. But if you're going, like I said, it's temptation. You thirsty for attention. You want everybody to hear you. You feel you're the trumpet for the Lord. Okay, cool. That comes with a gamble, a price. Everybody knows that. Everybody doesn't make. How many people did? Let's be honest. How many speakers really trying to talk to the people made it out? From your JFs, your Martins, your Malcolms, your Mega Evans, your what's that dude's name? William Cooper. Shit, I can't even remember. There's a gang of people. You guys know it for a fact that after they said something, for some reason, they just mysteriously ended up dead. Joan Rivers, another one. She said something about the Obamas. They were dead. Motherfuckers like, what the fuck? The shit happens all the time. It happens all the time. So I'm saying all that to say this. Look up Usury. Watch the video that I, let y'all audibly hear. It's on YouTube. Just type in that word. You'll get a plethora of things. And realize that in a Christian nation, it is illegal to have insurance. That is illegal for Christians to operate on. Okay. And people are like, well, shit, America's corrupt. How did it become corrupt? See, it's one thing when you're talking about business, slavery, it's a world economical business. Okay, but pass that up. Now go to the minstrel show. Y'all didn't even know that was created by a small hat. Okay, now go to exploitation in Hollywood, which was created by a small hat. Now go to blaxploitation, which was made by a small hat. Motherfucker, we talking about the CIA and all these connections. Who the fuck do you think's in there connected? What do you think the Mossad is? This Mossad is the Israeli CIA. So it's like, nigga, who would they be clicked up with? The CIA. Why? Because USA made the CIA. Okay, well, when they get a nation, when Israel becomes a nation, who's in the office at the time? Who's the president of the United States at the time? You're never going to guess. But I'm going to give it to you anyway. The 33rd president, Harry Truman. Ain't that weird? Ain't that weird that any number that could have been in there, ironically, is the 33. Okay, didn't they fucking catch the dude in 33 hours? So now when you think about 33 now that you're looking at it, because you got to remember, even if you're claiming that the Masons are going out the Bible, who is the star player in this book? It's this group, these chosen people. But we know that Bagel Face is not them. Because, nigga, you had to create it on Earth. That's why I keep telling motherfuckers they plan this book out in real time. There was no fucking Israel. You can't even claim that shit. You can't, because no fucking Egyptians talk about no Israel. No fucking Romans ever documented no fucking Israel. I don't know anybody. We know Jerusalem. We know that shit. Yeah, but it's like there is no Israel at that time. It's just Jerusalem and the land of whatever, Jerusalem, Nazareth. It's like, bro, they never said this was like in real time. this whole thing was just ran by these people called some well, I guess you would call them Hebrews, really, because Israel comes later. But it's like there's no claim to that shit. Fucking their first prophet, the forefounder of this, like Abraham is from Ur. He's like Chaldea, bro. You would basically call him an Arab. It's like, can we really claim this shit? It's coming from everywhere. You got motherfuckers forefathers and shit. He come from Ur. You got this other motherfucker. He's on a little like raft thing going down a river. He basically Egyptian because they didn't even call him nothing else. They didn't call him nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Christ hiding in Egypt. It's like, bro, how are they doing this? How are they doing it? And you gonna literally look on the wall and see brown people and tell me these are white people. This doesn't, oh, it's clay. Shut the fuck up. It is 100 and something degrees out in the Sahara. White people go touring to there today. There was no sunblock back then. Bro, they still be under umbrellas. They still be searching for shade. They wrap the fuck up. They take real advantage of all them roads because they understand why the ancestors was in that shit. Burn a fucking hole in your head. Like, bro, you can't be out here like that. How the Egyptians look? Do they got any clothes on? Well, they got a loincloth just walking around. Some of the females had no bra. It's just titties out. It's like, bro, it's hot as fuck. Nobody's buying that you're these people. But for some reason, the Savior and one of the prophets, the founder of the fucking Pentateuch, these people have no problem out there. They're not, okay, use your brain. So you look at these, like I said, the bagel face today, nigga, you're not them. You're making this shit up. I don't even believe that. I believe it's all knowledge. But yeah, back in the day, yeah, I can believe some dark-skinned people over there. Why the fuck wouldn't I believe it? It's a desert. Why would I believe that all these people would be of any light shade when they're all in a desert? This doesn't make any sense. The technology was way under advanced back then. It's way under advanced back then. There wasn't a bunch of shaded areas. You had to create fucking castles and shit. It's like, bro. Okay, to create, you have to be outside. All them people were dark skinned. All these stories are in the deserts. They're desert areas. All these people were dark skinned. They had to be. They have to build outside. They have to work. This is stupid. Why these Hebrews love fucking Hamites and shit? Since you want to play this dumb game, you want to believe Bagel Face, the Ashkenazi. Why the fuck all the Hebrews love fucking Africans? Why? So many Canaanite women got it. So married everything. Married these motherfuckers. So many Hagar, that's an Egyptian. Solomon, gang of fucking King David, gang of, it's like, bro, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing? This is stupid. So much so that they're giving people fake jabs and killing people left and right and all them types of, and nobody's speaking on it. Everybody, like, don't get on no racist kick with me. I'm not talking about no racism. I don't give a fuck if you believe in stories or not. I'm telling you they're lying. Okay, once I catch you in one lie and then I catch you in another one and then another one and another one and another one, I have to say you, John 8:44, you are of your father the devil. There is no truth within you because there is no truth within him. Nigga, am I lying? Who else said? What else did this same energy, the Christ energy, what did it say? Synagogue say? It already told on y'all. It already told on y'all. So, of course, if somebody is going out there talking about worship Jesus, I bet they did shoot his ass. He getting to the youth? Oh, no, we don't. No, hell no. We need more drugs to get sold. We need more beer and alcohol to get sold. We need more porn. Now, you got to pop this motherfucking head off now. He can't be out there talking like that. And the sad thing, he was only one person. That's a powerful voice if you can get the youth. I ain't gonna lie. It seems like that's the deal. Seems like that's the deal, guys. To be honest with you. If you can get the youth, you're a fucking target. Okay? They don't like you if you can get the youth. If you can get the heart and soul of the children to turn this boat a different way. You know what I'm saying? And I guess that's where the peace really starts because old people are old. They stuck in their way and they really kind of like shelter themselves away from the earth. They don't want to get violent, hurt, because they know they break something, they ain't going to heal the same. So I guess if you can get the more youthful radical to be calm, collective, and, headstrong, I guess that's what they're really afraid of. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's why they take the adrenochrome and hurt the children the most, because they know that's their biggest enemy. They're afraid of the children. The children are the untouched. They're innocent. You know what I'm saying? And that energy, I don't think any demon likes. I don't think demons like good, pure energy. I don't think they like that shit. And I think that's why they do most of this trifling stuff to these kids. Whether it's demonizing their brain, sex trafficking them, murdering them, throwing graphic depictions of, horrific things done to them. It's like, I really feel, my brothers and sisters, on some G-call stuff. We have to wake the people up to the allegory and get them away from the spookism. I think that's what's getting them killed. People are not putting away childish games and stepping up to the real facts of life, that this is a chessboard. There's no way in hell these people have had all this wisdom for this long and this much power and money, and you don't think they really making these moves. You'd be a fool to think that. You'd be a fool to think the game is going to be the same for you as it is for them. You are insane. They're putting so many barriers and blockades in all of our way. That's why the only way that they'll give you this fame and stardom, it ain't no inventors. You don't never see, bro. There's so many things that have been invented. We don't never see them. We don't never see no interviews, and like they're all famous and everybody knows that, oh man, that guy invented this or that woman invented that. They don't never put those out there, but what will they put out? Some dumb athlete, some stupid entertainer, just an emotional wreck that didn't sign the contract to keep everybody pacified and stupid until the next generation they can demonize, and it's like it'll never change. I feel we're catching on. We've already been caught up on this page, but it's like I feel we're catching on to what we need to start realizing. Hey, y'all lying about who you is. Now, I won't, because I don't want to start a whole debate on it. I won't claim we're the people. I'm not even going to do that with you. I'm going to say you're not them. That's what I am going to say. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you manage all the talent. You don't bring it. I ain't never heard of a plethora of just Jewish fucking basketball stars and football players and baseball players and great poetic artists. And I don't see it. I don't believe you. I think it's fake. But for some reason, you got all the ownership to them. Usury. And isn't it weird when you think about that word Masonically? Usury. Like if it's a fucking spell or something. Yes, it's usury. This is what we do. We make up stuff talking about insurance. We insure, and we loan money. And then we had people stuck in debt just like they are, like he said on the video, with credit cards and all this. They just create bullshit that don't make no sense. Now, I understand credit, because credit really comes from credibility. That's really what that. Why do you think it's zeroed down if you have good credit? Why do you think they're saying that to you? All I'm saying is this monkey man in the middle shit is illegal to a Christian nation. I'm only using that because that's what usury literally refers to. When it's documented, when it's looked at through the documents in history, it's going to refer to something that Christians deemed illegal. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to put people in what we're calling debt. You know what I'm saying? Where you're loaning somebody a large amount of money that you know they can't pay back. So now you can use usury where you can get them to do other things. Okay, look at all the entertainers. Look at all the athletes. Jay-Z's a billionaire. They're throwing it all over the place. He's taking out a mortgage loan. Jay-Z's doing shit that normal people do. Why? I thought you're a billionaire. Why would you even do that? Okay. Whoopi Goldberg talking about, as long as she ain't got a husband, she got to keep working. But you made like $7 million off the view. Where'd that go? You're telling me you got regular smugglers investing in Wall Street and they're doing good. You're a fucking entertainer that's been around for 30-something years. You don't have no good leads. How the fuck Nancy Pelosi got some good leads? You're on that side, and you ain't rubbed elbows with people that know good investments. This doesn't make any sense. Or is it not supposed to? These people that sold they sold so long ago, then been in spiritual debt, the motherfuckers will never get the fuck out. That's what that's telling me. It's telling me Whoopi Goldberg is in spiritual debt. You can't even stop working, bitch. You old as fuck and been talking shit for the longest, but maybe you had no choice. Maybe there is a battery in your back, bitch. You gonna say this about whoever, whatever. You gonna act like a funky ass victim, even though you've been living around white people since the 90s. You ain't been in the ghetto since forever, bitch. What? Talking about our plight, our fight. Shut up and go donate to one of them fucking Negro college funds. Shut up. Y'all better wake up. Y'all seen what they did to Justin Bieber, little boy. Shit. Johnny Goshik. Countless of other little boys. Countless of other little girls. The milk carton kids. Go peep out that word, yo. Goes.